All right, hello and welcome to our session of FitEssentials. Thanks for those of you being here Monday after our daylight saving, so it's a little bit harder to get up when it's a little bit darker in the morning. We've already added air, anyone using the B3 band, so if you haven't added air, you can go ahead and hit pause if you're on the recording and do that now. Otherwise, let's go ahead and make our ways to all fours. We're going to warm up our wrists, and you see here I have my chair around. We're going to be doing some glute bridge with the option of elevating the feet on round 2. You can also have like a light dumbbell around if you'd like to do a weighted glute bridge on round 2. So here we go, making our way to hands and feet. All right, so as you come on down, we're going to turn the palms down towards the floor and rotate your fingers in so they're facing in towards you. Draw your belly in so you don't overarch that spine. Spread the fingers as wide as you can as you just gently lean on back. Welcome, Amy. If you can turn your video on, it's always great to be able to see you. And then from here, as you come off that, rotate those hands in, interlace those fingers. You can widen those knees as able, and then we'll go about 3 swivels each direction, some nice circular patterns. When you're ready, taking it back the other way. Fantastic. And then next, if you're comfortable to do so, we're going to bring the legs together. And if you can just lightly sit back on your feet, kneeling there, and then you're going to turn your palms down, fingers point down, draw the shoulders down, and just give them one more stretch for those forearms. Just like so. Excellent. And then just shake them out. All right, fantastic. From here, go ahead and make your way to your back. Just grab a weight real quick. So as you come onto your back, we'll loosen up your low back first with that double kneed chest. And then our first exercise is going to be our regular glute bridge. So hugging both legs in, rock your body side to side. Just get a nice loosening for that low back. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and place the feet about hip width apart. Ensure your shoulders are tucked down and underneath you. Hands can be at the sides or on the hips. And then we're going to start. So to raise those hips up, we're waking up the back side of the body as we open up the front side of the body. We're going to spend a minute here relaxing down and then breathing out as you raise the hips up. Depending on how your day has gone before this, you can treat it as a little bit more of a warm-up. If you've been fairly active already today, then you can be a little bit more aggressive, maybe a little bit faster with that pulse up and down halfway through. We've got 60 seconds here, and then we're going to roll it over onto all fours for our down dog, knee to elbow. 20 seconds left. Squeeze the bum. Try to wake up a little bit more of that muscle tissue with each rep. Pushing through the heels as well as that big toe. Very good. About 2 more times. Up and squeeze. Chin draws in. And final time. 2, 1, and release. Very good. As you come back down, feel free to return to that double kneaded chest. We'll take about 30 seconds of transition here. And then as I mentioned, we're going to roll it over onto all fours. We have our down dog, knee to elbow next. So those of you just joining us, we warmed up our wrists in the beginning. So if you need to take a moment to warm up those wrists a little bit more, feel free. Otherwise, nice wide handprint. For today's version of down dog, knee to elbow, we're going to go one leg and then the other for 20 seconds each. So when you're ready, you push back into down dog. As you draw forward, pick a knee, and you're bringing it to the same side elbow. Pushing on back, drawing forward, staying on that same side knee. Excellent. Really gripping those fingers nice and wide, lifting up through that mid body. Excellent. If you can make contact with that knee to elbow, very good. If not, no worries. After this next rep, go ahead and switch sides. Opposite leg now. Knee to the same side. On round 2, we're going to go diagonal across the body. We get a little bit of mobility work here. Stretching out in that down dog, and then that midline upper body strength. Good, nice long straight arms. Couple more. And rest from there. Wonderful. Coming on down, we have our side plank clamshells next. So pick a side to start on. Draw that arm underneath your shoulder so it's not too wide. And this is the version everyone's going to go bent knees. So when you're ready, down leg stays down, top leg stays up. You lift the hips, encourage those hips up and forward, and then back and down. So I think about raising straight up, and then belly button comes forward. Just make sure you don't overarch that spine. So you want to try to squeeze the glute of that downside leg. Excellent. Down, up, coming on forward. Wonderful. Staying propped up out of that shoulder of the downside arm as well. Beautiful. Let's go 2 more times. And switch it around. Same thing, other side. Elbow position, knees are bent. Top leg up, 2, 1. Here we go. Straight up towards the ceiling first, and then forward, back and down. Wonderful. Breathe as you move here. Avoid holding your breath. Good. Just a soft smile, help relax all those muscles of the face. Release any tension. Couple more seconds here. A couple more reps would probably be more accurate. Last one. And take that pause. Good job. Returning to your back. That's set 1. We're going to do it twice more. So as you choose, you can elevate the feet, but first we're going to take about 30 seconds to mobilize that low back a little bit. We did that double knee to chest first round. Now, if you want to go deeper, we'll go 2-knee twist. Legs come to one side, turn the head, look over the opposite shoulder, and then up and across, same thing other way. Good. We'll get started here in about 20 seconds. So just a couple touches on each side. I also mentioned if you want to hold a light weight right on the front of the hips, that's another alternative to add a little bit more difficulty on set 2. I'm going to go with the elevated feet. All right, starting our second minute of glute bridge. Here we go. So with the feet elevate, we get more hamstring activation. Still opening the front side, activating the back side. You don't have anything to elevate the feet on, no worries. Just keep the feet flat on the ground. It's a great exercise. You can just close your eyes and tune into your body. Feel your body move. You want to try to lengthen that lower spine as you raise up. Halfway through. Now we're feeling that burn. Strengthen the or lengthen the back of the neck as well. Draw that chin in. 10 seconds left. Over one more time. Hips nice and high. And take a pause. Great job. 30 seconds until we're back to our down dog, knee to elbow. And as mentioned, on round 2, we're going to go diagonal across the body. So loosen up that low back. When you're ready, start to make your way back to all fours. 10 seconds till we start. Spread those hands nice and wide. So all on one side first. So let's start with your right knee towards that left elbow. Here we go. Pushing back. Knee comes across as close as you can. Nice steady breathing, connecting in. Wonderful. 10 more seconds and then we'll switch. Two, one, and now left leg towards that right elbow. Excellent job. Get a good opening for that mid back, encouraging your heart towards your thighs as you push back. Arms stay straight throughout the movement. Good. 1 or 2 more. And when you're ready, coming on down, side plank clamshells. On this second set, We're going to stay up in that side plank the whole time, and we'll move that top leg up and down. So you can watch me first. Getting ready, coming on up, and now the top leg lifts up and lowers down. Here we go. 2. Work from 30 seconds here. Hold this plank throughout. Nice. Try not to have any rotation through the hip on the leg that you're lifting up. Good. Halfway through. Watch that bottom side tends to start to sink down, so keep that strong plank posture. Wonderful. Final time. And take that pause. Swing yourself around. Last time, second side. Draw that elbow in. Coming on up. 2, 1. Here we go. Top leg lifts and lowers. You can have that arm straight up towards the ceiling, or feel free to rest it on your hip as well. Chin drawn in. Head and neck nice and neutral, looking forward. Ten seconds. Woo. Feeling that downside hip really stabilize. 2, 1, and everybody rest. Great job. Return to your back. We're gonna do a couple stretches before we come up to our feet. We've got some lunges coming up next. So as you lie flat, extend your right leg and draw that left knee in towards the chest, and then gently bring it across the body towards the right shoulder. Say hello to your glute on that left hip. Feel free here, roll those ankle around on that left foot. 5 times or so one way, and then turn that ankle the other direction. Good, and then switch legs. Extend the left leg, draw that right knee towards the right shoulder, and then invite it to come across towards the left, and rolling the right ankle around. Good, change directions of those circles. Fantastic. Once you finish that, come back to all fours. Going back into down dog. This time to really focus on a nice stretch for your calves. So forward and back just a couple of times, and then stay in that back position as you pedal out the heels, lowering one heel down and then the other. Breathing as you move here. And then nice and slow. Actually, I lied. We're going to come back to our knees. Don't come up to your feet yet. We're going to warm up our push-ups real quick. From the knees or the toes. So nice wide handprints. Recommend you warm up on the knees to start. I want you to pay attention to the elbow tracking. So instead of shooting those elbows wide, hold that belly in, and then bring the elbows down to your sides. They don't need to be fully against the side, just like a small angle from like the tricep area of your arm against the torso. Just go about 5 reps here. Chest down, chin in, push it all the way through. Wonderful. Chest touches and all the way up. Wonderful. Last time. And then from there, now we'll come back into down dog and inchworm your way up to standing. Take your time coming out of that forward fold. Fantastic. All right, as you come up to standing, just some gentle torso rotations. We'll let everyone catch up here. We're going to stretch out our quads, and then we'll get started with our next circuit. Lunges on both legs, push-ups, and our no push-up burpee. Drawing everything up and in, coming onto that single leg balance. Grab a foot and pull that heel towards your glute. Soft bend the knee. Shoulder draws back. And opposite foot when you're ready. Up and back. Boop, boop, boop. Work that balance. 30 seconds for each exercise. All the lunges on the left leg first, then the right leg, then our push-up and our no push-up burpee. You will end with a 30-second rest. I'll give you some blood flow options, and then we're gonna do it 3 times through. All right, let's grab a drink. We're gonna get started here in 30 seconds. I'm gonna be going unweighted on the first round of lunges. Your choice if you want to hold any weights. Feel free, got 20 seconds. You want to warm up a couple of squats, 2 to 3 times. If you're not familiar with the lunge, hang out and I'll talk through it on that first round. When you're getting ready for those lunges, toes pointing forward, eyes looking straight ahead. Keep your right foot forward first. 2, 1, here we go. Controlling that knee back and down, front shin vertical. And we're not doing the high knee today, just stepping it forward and stepping it back. Wonderful. So you want to feel that front foot engage into the floor. I pull through my heel. I'm just gently kind of gripping the toes so that big toe's pushing down. And then eyes up and forward. Reach those arms up if you're not holding weights. Last one. And a short pause. Take about 10 seconds in between legs. Reset the feet. And begin. Same thing, second leg. I want to see your knees shooting forward. That shin should be nice and vertical. Good. If you do have any pain, you can shorten that range of motion. Just be sure that you don't start to add weight before you've confidently ensured you know how to go all the way down with that knee and come all the way forward. We want that full range of motion first. Final time and rest. Good. Push-ups are next. I'm going to be doing my push-ups elevated to start. Off the toes. I'm going to use the seat of my chair here. All righty. So set one hand underneath each shoulder. Draw that stomach in. And here we go. Just like we practiced on those elbows. Watch so you don't lead with the head. Sometimes we shoot that head forward. So chin in, lead with the heart. Sometimes those glutes tend to drop down as well. So feel like you stay engaged through the backside and through the belly. Good, almost there. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're gonna go to our no push-up burpee next. So I'm gonna be coming back to the floor. Whenever you're ready, we come down to the top of the push-up, and then we either step or hop to the feet up to overhead. Here we go. 30 seconds starts now. So you can step the feet, or you can hop to the feet. If you do have any tenderness in your low back, I recommend stepping. The jump is going to be a little bit more demanding on that low back. 10 seconds. Great job. And everybody rest. Woo! All right, we'll take 30 seconds. Just a little side step arm swing. Feel free to grab a drink. We'll be back to our lunges in round 2. So you can keep them unweighted, or if you feel ready to add a little bit more difficulty, you can hold a weight right underneath the chin. Starting in 10 seconds. Back to your left leg first. Toes point forward, eyes up, and here we go. Excellent, good. Finding that spot to focus on, looking forward, keeping your hips nice and level. Yep. You're not reaching the arms up and forward. If you're holding those weights, push those elbows high as you step back. Last one, and short pause. All righty, same thing other side. Toes forward, eyes up, and begin. Find the rhythm that works for you. There you go. That breathing consistent. Excellent. Let's dig into that front heel. Propel yourself up and forward. Final time. And transition, getting ready for your push-ups. If you need to come to the toe or the knees on the floor, I do recommend toes from an elevated position. Place the hands, draw that belly in. 30 seconds starts now. You want to think of that push-up as that moving plank, Drawing the shoulders back, keeping those elbows relatively close, eyes looking forward. And then while that upper body is doing a lot of the work, squeeze the tush, fire those thighs. Help stabilize that strong plank. Good, less than 10 seconds. Woo. Strong work, crew. And everybody rest. Just a short rest. Getting ready for those burpees. Nice deep breath. 2, 1. 30 seconds starts now. Coming down to the bottom of the push-up, or the top of the push-up, and then all the way to standing. You either stand tall or add that little light straight jump at the top. Reach high for the sky. If you're jumping, you want to think about floating your feet as close to your hands as able. Lift your hips high in the air. Make that space. Final time. And 30 seconds to rest. Woo, good. Step it out, shake it out, grab a drink. We're gonna do it one more time. Those of you wearing bands, go ahead and let out your air. So final time through, you wanna hold the heaviest weight you feel confident with. Alrighty. Starting in 10 seconds, left leg's gonna stay forward. Eyes up, and 2, 1, here we go. Keep all your mechanics the same. Front shin vertical. Heel driving down. Eyes looking ahead. Good, breathe smooth. Just like we talked about on our squat, pushing down through the legs. Now we're pushing through that front leg. And pause. Good job. Same thing, other side. Almost there. And 2, 1, begin. Good. Moving well. Nice work. Halfway through. Whew. 5 seconds. And switch. Good job. Push-ups. You can either stay elevated. And a way to make it harder is to come down to the floor. Nice wide handprint. And 2, 1, 30 seconds. Rigid body. Start to try to feel if your hips drop down as you push up. It's common to see that snaking position, or also known as our peeling off the ground. Woo! If you get to where you know you can't do another one without dropping out of that position, hold the top of the plank. Almost there. And 2, 1. If you're on the ground, take it right into those burpees. You need to reset. You still have 5 seconds. This is our third and final set. So let's push that pace just a little bit. 30 seconds starts now. Woo! Good job. We're gonna have a stretch break after this. Nice and strong in that bottom position. Hips stay high. 10 seconds. One more time, everyone. And rest. Whew. All right, let's step it out. Grab a drink, and then we'll stretch. All right. Take these bands off. Let's grab a drink. We're going to have our behind the back stretch first. Nice job. Those of you that might be short on time or a little low on energy today, use this next stretch as your cool down. Otherwise, we have one more circuit coming up next. All right, as mentioned, behind the back stretch. Walk your feet nice and wide, outside the hips. Think about rooting down into your legs. Stomach draws in, then we're looking to interlace those hands behind you. Extend the elbows. And now long spine. Sharon, a little bit more bend in those knees. Push those knees wide. There you go. Lower that head down. And now back to your breathing. Nice deep breaths. Try to send that air into the back side of the rib cage. Good. When you're ready, bring it on up to the top. Wonderful. From here, I'm going to walk those feet in. I'm going to take it down to that lunge position next. We're going to open up the hip flexors and our tricep at the same time. So I've got my right foot forward. My left knee is down. I'm going to raise my left arm up. Hold my posture nice and long here as I bend the elbow, reaching around. And now you're going to get that hip shift, squeezing the glute of that trail leg as you bend towards that front leg. Good. Come out of it for a moment. Rock the hips back, rock the hips forward, lift up long through that torso, bending to the side. You can add a little gentle rotation. Peer up towards the ceiling or sky. A little too cold for us to be outside here today. And release. Good job. One more stretch on this side before we switch. You're going to bring the elbow of the front leg on the inside of the knee, and then go ahead and slide down towards your instep there by the ankle. And then just take about 3 to 5 nice deep breaths, opening up that outer hip, bowing that head down. Good. When you're ready, come on up. And we're going to go same thing, opposite side. Pull yourself up to standing and switching legs. Long step back, controlling that knee down. Raise those arms up. The arm of the trail leg is the one you're going to bend the elbow. It's easy to go into that sway back posture here. So tuck those ribs down and in, chin in, eyes up. And now we shift the hips, bend towards that lead leg. Breathing a few times. Good. We'll come out of it. One more time. Hips forward. Squeeze the tush of that trail leg, bending to the side. And then ever so gently, if you can do it, rotate, peering up towards the sky, looking past that elbow. Good, breathing and release when you're ready. Good job. Instep stretch, elbow that front leg, bring it to the knee and slide down. You can use a yoga block here as well. This is tough for you. Try to send that air into the outer aspects of your rib cage. And when you're ready, come on back up to standing. Great job. Walking your feet in, toe touch stretch next. Toes pointing forward, feet just underneath the hips. Draw the belly in with that nice soft bend the knee. We're going to allow the back to spine to round here, chin to the chest, and just slide the hands down, reaching for your ankles. It's a little bit of an assessment here as well. You want to see where range of motion is today. If it's tough for you to reach down towards the floor, when you get into the deadlifts coming up next, it may not be wise to take it all the way down to the ground. You want to kind of listen to your body. Go ahead and stand up nice and tall. Then we do it one more time. Chin to the chest, draw the belly in, and just slide down for the feet. And then make your way back up. Fantastic. All right, let's grab one more drink. And then we're getting ready for a single arm deadlift coming up next. Our second exercise is going to be a squat. If you're not coming tomorrow, you can add an overhead reach for a thruster. If you are coming tomorrow, we've got some overhead work tomorrow. And then we're going to be back down to the top of the push-up for our mountain climber as our last exercise. I'm going to be working for 3 rounds, starting in 30 seconds. All right, so for that deadlift, we're going to practice that long spine position, and we're going to set the weight right between the legs. Feet nice and wide, midsection matters, so draw the belly in, tuck the ribs down. It's going to be one arm for 30 seconds, and then we'll switch. So with a soft bend the knees, long spine now, 2, 1, here we go. Standing straight up, Whenever you're holding that weight on one side, make sure you don't twist through your torso. So hips push straight back. And then we're using that upper body, squeezing the shoulder blade back and down to help keep that weight right between the legs. And then what I was talking about with that toe touch, if you feel stiff in your low back as you lower down, just kind of come to mid shin and then back up. Find the range of motion that works. Switching arms, second 30 seconds. Switch arms and begin. Hinging at the hips. Wonderful. Practicing standing tall. Good. Sharon right between the legs. A little bit wider base stance. 10 seconds left. Nice, Kathy. Looks good, Jean. Good. Hinging, Amy. Maybe a couple more, friends. And 2, 1, and rest. All righty. Light to moderate weight next. We're going to be holding it at the chin for our squats with the option of that overhead reach. So feet about hip width apart, slight toe out. When you're ready, we're going to come into that full squat. Standing tall, option of that overhead reach. I'm going to go every other one with the overhead because I will be here tomorrow. Grandma says, good Lord willing. Elbows up and forward, squeeze the tush as you reach high if you choose that overhead position. Yeah. Breathe, friends. Good. This one is 45 seconds. We're 30 seconds in now. Beautiful. Getting all the way into that squat, opening through the hips, avoid any bounce in the bottom. And 2, 1, and pause. Good job. Third and final exercise, down for the mountain climber. So we come back to the top of the push-up, place the hands on round 1, knees the same side elbow, alternating legs. Here we go. So it differs from that down dog knee to elbow we started with in the beginning because we stay planked. Top of the push-up, head forward, chin in. I'd like you to see it be stable through that midline, so not a lot of side-to-side motion. Nice strong exhale as you drive that knee up. 2, 1, and there's our rest. All right, short rest break. Take 15 seconds from now, and we'll be back to that deadlift. Single arm, so set it right between the legs. Readjust your midline, no arch in that spine. Belly draws in, root down to those legs. 2, 1, here we go. Breathing in as you lower, breathing out as you stand, stacking those shoulders right over the top of the hips. Excellent. Should feel like you have a nice, just a soft bend of the knees throughout, so you're never hyperextended. And don't let that weight swing away. Oh, we're going to get ready to switch arms. And 2, 1, and same thing, opposite side, right into it. And as always, you need to moderate yourself. I don't get to be there with you in person. So use your guidance, use your own intuition to set your tempo. Rest when you need. You've got nothing to prove here. We're just moving for good health and well-being. Almost there. And everybody rest. Good job. Squats are next with the option of that overhead reach. Just a very gentle toe out. Ready? Here we go. Breathing right into it. You're welcome to go every single rep into a thruster. Once again, I'm kind of making an adjustment for myself to have it be every other rep. And I'm moving a little bit steady. You can always move a little bit faster or even slower. You can pause at the top, take a breather, and then take it down. Wonderful. That's 30 seconds, 15 to go. And then we'll transition right into that mountain climber. You want that extra challenge, try to work through some of that rest break. And there's our 45. Great job. Diagonal mountain climbers for the second and third round. So as you come down, it's gonna be every other knee comes across. 30 seconds starts now. Still staying strong in the top of that push-up. Belly drawn in, head looking down and forward without shooting that head forward. You're compressing that diaphragm as you drive that knee up. So breathe out to help create a little bit more space. Wonderful, almost there. Stay strong, keep breathing. And everybody pause. Woo. All right, we're gonna take 30 seconds. I want you to get the heaviest weight you feel comfortable to lift for our last round of deadlifts. 15 seconds. Set those feet, draw that stomach in, draw those shoulders back, get that soft bend the knee, and here we go. Third and final round. Good strong mechanics, hinging forward, standing tall. Wonderful. And you can slow this round down. You can maintain your tempo, or you can speed it up a little bit. We had that time change this weekend. Maybe your sleep cycles are a little bit off. If that's the case, I'd slow it down. Switching arms. Final 30 seconds. You had really good sleep and you're feeling good. You can always push that edge just a little bit. Halfway through on this side. Wonderful job. Looks great. Maybe one or two more. And everybody rest. All right, final set of squats. I'm not going to do any overhead work this round. I'm just going to go a little heavier on my squat. Set the feet. 2, 1, begin. All the way down. As you come down, make sure you don't just kind of sit down there and get relaxed. Stay engaged through your belly. Hold that nice curve of your low back. Eyes looking forward. Keep that chest nice and tall. Push that chest up as you stand. Driving down through your legs. Excellent. 15 seconds to go. And then we'll finish with those mountain climbers. 2, 1, back to the ground. Diagonal mountain climbers to finish. You can start as soon as you get there. Coming across the body, breathing out as you pull that knee up and across. 30 seconds left. Draw that chin in. Focus straight between your hands. 15 seconds. Woo. Maybe 1 or 2 more on each side of the body. And everybody rest. Woohoo. When I come on up to a kneeling position, shake out those arms. Got one more little core circuit to finish with, but we're gonna do a couple of stretches first. So toes together, knees divide. Let's take it back into child's. Arms reach straight out. Lower those hips back. And just take a few nice deep breaths into that little lower rib cage. Good. When you're ready, coming up and forward, let's stretch those forearms and wrists once again. Rotate the fingers in towards you. palm down, and then place the other one down. Draw the belly in and lean on back. I've just got a 4-minute piece to finish. We're going to be going on our backs, working our tuck ups, or if you're good with that and you want to have straight legs for leg lowering abs, and then we'll roll it over onto our forearm plank. 45 seconds each.
45 seconds of
Woohoo! So when you're ready, shake out those hands. I'm going to show you the tuck ups first. So on this lower, on the back, whenever we work those hollows, we're focusing on that lower spine, not letting that lower back arch. So when you're ready, the tuck ups are with the knees bent. You pull the knees and thighs into your chest, and then you practice lowering your feet to the ground without letting your pelvis or your hips roll away. So keeping that contact into the ground. Go ahead and join me now. 45 seconds starts now. And then if you want that bigger challenge, I simply extend my legs so they're nice and straight. And now I lift my legs straight up and I lower the straight legs down, and I'm going to bring them back up to vertical before my hips roll away. You can't quite get past about 45 degrees. I'd recommend bending the knees. That's 30 seconds, 15 more to go, and then we'll roll it over onto the forearms. Got a tough session here today. Good, 5 more seconds, 2, 1, and come on over onto the forearms. So take a break off the wrist, palms go down towards the floor, turn those toes under, and 3, 2, 1, here we go. Up and hold, nice and strong, chin in. Nothing fancy about this one, just keep yourself as level as you can. You're welcome to close those eyes and just breathe as you hold here. That's our first 15 seconds. We've got 45 total. Notice how the hips want to start to draw on forward, so keep them level to the shoulders. Try to avoid a piked position. That's 30 seconds. If you need a break, come on down. Woo! A lot harder after all the work we did prior to this. Keep breathing, keep holding. And 2, 1, back to your, return to your back. All right, just one more time of each, friends. And then our cool down stretch. Lower on back. So once again, either the knees bent, practicing those tuck ups, or legs straight. We call it leg lowering abs. Here we go. 45 starts now. Be very intentional. Even with my knees bent, I can really feel my lower core fighting hard not to let that low back come off the floor. Ooh, I'm gonna keep my knees bent for this. Pretty tired at this point in the day. We are halfway through, 20 seconds left. You wanna have your head relaxed back, should be resting on the ground. 10 seconds. And 2, 1, and last time onto the forearms. Starting in 10. All right, place those hands down, turn the palms down towards the floor. And here we go, final 45 seconds, and then we'll do our cool down stretch. Anytime you need a break, you can come down to the knees or just take a full break off the hands. First 15 seconds done. See if you can kind of find the backside of the body, squeeze the bum a little bit, fire those quads. Draw that stomach in, there's 30 seconds, 15 left. Nice, smooth breathing. 2, 1, and go ahead and lay down on your stomachs. Place your hands right underneath those shoulders as if you're going to do some push-ups, but now into a little bit of a mini cobra. Squeeze the glutes, just lift the chest up, draw the shoulders back and down. Avoid any pinching sensation in that lower spine. So think about trying to elongate as you lower down, raise on up, lift the head, look up towards the ceiling as well. Continue to fire the bum. Protect that low back. 3 to 5 times here, up and down. If this is not a good position for your body, take it back into that child's position stretch. That's our next spot. Good. Final time if you are into this Cobra position. And then when you're ready, raise those hips up. And we're going to do our child's with a side stretch this time. So toes together, knees divide. Walk your hands to one side of the body. Reach your hand nice and long. And now square your hips as you lower back. Let's take about 3 to 5 nice deep breaths into where you feel that tension, most commonly in like that lateral aspect of your rib cage. Stretching out those lats on the side of the body. When you're ready, walk the hands to the opposite side. Same thing other way. Arm reaches long, square those hips as you lower back. Head rests down. Three to 5 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. If you can breathe in and out the nose at this point, go for it. Good. Coming back to all fours. Let's go about some cycles of our cat-cow. So nice wide handprint. As you breathe out, tuck the chin in, rounding that spine, drawing the belly in. And as you breathe in, gentle arch, lift the head, draw the shoulders back and down. Connect into your breathing. It's great to pause the top and bottom of each breath. One or two more. Very good. One more here on the front side, staying on all fours. We're going to pick a leg, extend it straight out to the side. We're going to open up those inner thighs. As the one leg extended, kind of grip the toes down, and we're going to rock the hips back, lowering that head down. And you're going to come forward and back between 3 and 5 times. Rock it forward, rock it back. Breathe in as you rock forward, breathe out as you lower back. Good. In between legs, our quadruped hip rocks. You're going to walk those knees in so they're touching one another. Draw that stomach in so you're not arching your lower spine. And now, just as it sounds, you're going to rock your hips to one side and then rock your hips to the other. Feel free to just kind of squirm a little bit, see what feels good for your body. Loosen up the outer hips and lower spine. And then when you're ready, inner thigh stretch on that opposite side. Extend the leg. Turn the sole of foot down towards your mat so you can kind of grip that foot down, and then lowering your hips back. Breathing out on the back, breathing in as you come forward. Wonderful job. Once you get your 3 to 5 rock backs here, we're going to return to our back for our final finishing stretches. Nice job. All righty. Draw those shoulder blades under you. Lower on down. Make sure you're flat on the spine. And now we did that glute stretch earlier. We're going to go into our figure 4 stretch next. So let's start with your right leg. You're going to cross it over onto that left thigh and then go ahead and hug that left leg up and in. Take the foot of your right leg, draw those toes back towards your right knee, kind of engage that hip a little bit more. We're going to add the left hamstring as well, but just stay here for a couple more breaths. Good. As you choose, from here, we're going to extend that left leg straight up towards the sky. Draw the toes towards you. Point the foot away. And then with the toes drawn back, you're going to bend the knee back down and in. Good. Twice more. Up. Just keeps that big old sciatic nerve moving in the back side of that thigh and leg. Want to avoid it from getting caught along its path. If you have trouble with that nerve, we do this a little bit more often when you're ready. Go ahead and release this side. In between legs, windshield wipers for the hips. Place the feet about hip width apart. And now nice and smooth, you're going to lower your knees to one side of the body. Just nice and gentle. And then knees to the other side. Just get a little relief through those hips, some internal and external rotation. Hi, Moose. How was your nap? And then when you're ready, left foot to the right thigh. Return to that figure 4 position. As you hug that right thigh in, draw the toes of your left foot back towards your left knee. Breathing here before you add the right leg. So, and when you're ready, you can extend that right leg straight up towards the sky, toes back, point the foot and toes, draw it back, hold it back as you bend it down and in. Good, a couple more, up, point, back, and down. Nice job, friends, last time. Fantastic. If you're feeling any kind of tension on the front side of the hips, you're welcome to open up that front side with a couple of bridge positions. That will help give a little relief there. And I was starting to feel a little bit stiff in the front side. So maybe 2 to 3 of those glute bridge, raise them up, lower them down. Just use it as an opener. And then we'll make our way into our final stretches with our happy baby and our corpse. Elbow on the insides, the knees, grabbing the outer feet, and rock yourself side to side. So you can give that little sigh. Nice deep breaths. If anybody wants to go deeper, stretching out that lower back, you're welcome to work those feet over the head in that plow position. Otherwise, when you're all said and done, slowly extend the feet. I like to start with my arms up and over my head, just trying to stretch my body as long as I can. And then nice and slow, lowering those arms down to the sides, palms up towards the sky. And we're going to take about 30 to 45 seconds here, as long as Moose will let me be still. A moment to breathe, a moment to rest. Bring a little bit of gratitude into your consciousness. Be grateful for what your body can do for you. Try to release any judgment of what you wanted your body to maybe do differently today. Yeah, there you go, Moose. Good down dog position. All right, friends, remember to stay hydrated, take some time to enjoy life, and hope to see you next time.